Here I am again. After finishing my deliveries, I returned to Yomi even though there wasn't any reason for me to be here. I really don't have the luxury of spending much time here. And if Yosuga is prohibited from mating, then he couldn't be considered a candidate as my husband. Even so, I couldn't stop myself from going to see him.
Olympia!
Oh. I looked up and saw Kaina waving as he ran toward me. Good day to you, Kaina.
カナンからの返事はまだないかな?
I saw him just a while ago. I'm sorry, not yet. I'll remind him the next time I see him.
ああ、ごめん。君が謝ることじゃないんだよ。俺がつい焦っちゃってさ。でもまだ1週間くらいだもんね。もう少し待ってみるよ。
Kaina was smiling brightly with the mark of a criminal etched upon his cheek. Kaina fell in love with a woman from the Otsu. He fell in love with someone he shouldn't have.
Yosuga は死ぬまで後輩を禁じられているのだよ。
どうしたの？俺の顔に何かついてる？あ、罪人の入れ墨か。
You take stuff in such good stride for the most part.
わあ、ごめん。今の冗談外したね。
Yeah, you shouldn't. It's okay.
ごめん、ほんとごめん。でも俺のことなんて気を使わなくていいからね。適当に扱って。
Don't say that. You're more than that. I mean, you're the one who inspired me.
きっかけ？手紙？
Yes, of course.
そう言われると照れるな。宿舎のやつらも喜んでるから宣伝しまくるね。
Thank you. And you can count on me too.
じゃあ、俺はそろそろ宿舎に戻るから。またね。
Bye. He looks so happy. But I'm sure it's just him putting up a front. The only person around me who had actually fallen in love with someone was Kaina. At least, as far as I knew. Falling in love. The competo that he gave me was the sweetest thing I had ever tasted in my life. But I tried not to dwell on why that was so. I can't choose Yosuga to be my husband. Says who? But I should be able to choose anyone I want from any color class. What in the world am I saying? A lie or whatever, I don't know. I wanted to sink into the ground and disappear when I realized I had said it out loud. I doubt Yosuga has any real feelings for me, though.
そんな真っ白い君のすべてを奪うのは一体どんな男だろ
う? I mean, he did say that to me. As I was about to walk to the bathhouse, I heard a struggle taking place in one of the alleys. Uh-oh.
嫌です。どうかご容赦を。私などでは無理です。
That voice! I could hear Masuhana's voice from the alley. I snuck closer and took a peek at what was happening.
産んでみなければわからないだろう。お前は有料と聞いたぞ。
What?
黄泉の女のくせに生の私と交配できることをありがたく思え。これ以上の名誉はあるまい。
faceless blue guy is so cruddy and shitty. At first, I could hardly believe my ears with how awful and repulsive his words were.
お断りしたはずです。私にはそのような真似は無理です。
いいからこの承諾書に名前を書け。
嫌です。絶対に嫌。
I was ready to pounce on that man when...
僕が出るからいいよ。
Oh, Yosuga! What? You just showed up out of nowhere. Huh? Read that wrong. I turned as he whispered in my ear, but he had already made his way past me and was standing between Matsuhana and the man. That man. The bad man.
聖のキウラ殿。あなた様がそれほどに聞き分けの悪い方だとは存じませんでした。
お前は
彼女は正式にイナと返答したはず。なのにまだ近づこうとするのであれば、私の権限であなた様の手形を剥奪します。
Revoke his permit?
なんでしたら今この場でその手形を奪い、そこの水路に放り投げてもよいのですよ。約束していただけますね。もう二度と彼女に近づかないと。
黄泉の男が偉そうに。
The man spat out his last insult and walked away. The only ones left behind were...
申し訳ありません。ヨスガ様。
Large teardrops fell from Masuhana's eyes.
私が臆病なばかりにまたヨスガ様にご迷惑をおかけしてしまって。
マスハナ、お前は決して臆病などではないよ。
ダメなんです。どうしてもあの男の子供を産むのは嫌です。
I'm just shocked that these primary colors and whatnot have the gall to just walk up to a woman and say, "Girl, let's get it on. You gonna carry my children." Like, what? Don't she get a say in it? Well, thank God she got a say in it this time. But the gall of some of these men. That man's children? So I wasn't just hearing things.
申し訳ありません。
それよりもまた何かされたりはしなかった？
いえ、今のところは大丈夫です。
もし不安があるのならしばらくうちにおいで。客に見られぬよう厨房や洗濯場にいればいい。
少し考えます。夕すげのことも心配ですから。
ああ、そうだったね。もしもの時は二人とも歓迎するよ。
ありがとうございます。
Masuhana bowed to him, then gasped when she saw me standing nearby.
申し訳ありません。オランピア様にまでお見苦しいところを。
Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're unharmed. Don't worry about me. That man from before. Masuhana quickly turned her face away from me.
ダメです。
Huh?
これはあなた様のような方にお話しすることではありません。どうか今のことはお忘れになってください。
Masuhana.
私は大丈夫ですから。 よすが様もありがとうございます。ではこれで。
There was no way I could chase after her with how frightened she was. Yosuga gently patted me on the shoulder, or on my shoulder, as I watched her run away on shaky legs.
知りたいことが山ほどある顔だね。また僕の部屋でお茶でもどう？
Yes, thank you. The tea Camelia prepared was as fragrant as delicious as usual. I read that wrong, whatever. Close enough. But it didn't seem to lift my spirits.
地上にお住まいになる尊い原式の方々がこうなしにくい話は聞いたことがある？
Really?
色相が上になればなるほど出生率が下がるんだ。中でも性が最悪でね。あの色は罰を残すって尊いお役目があるだろう。近い地で交わりすぎて弱った。
We know this from Riku's route.
ですから候補の過去何代かを遡り、最も性を多く生んだ家の女性をめとるしきたりです。
Does he know that too? No, it's none of my business. I shouldn't pry.
人間は基本的に近い者同士の子は優秀な子が生まれる可能性と死産や異常時の可能性と両場だ。同じ色同士の子こそが有料で尊いなんてカビの生えた考え方だ。研究が進んでいなかった昔ならともかくこの時代にあの考え方は愚かとしか言いようがない。ただそれに対し黄泉に暮らす者は色こそ不出来だが健康状態は良好なものが多い。尊い方々は何を考えたと思う？
Wait. I was disgusted just imagining it. But I could only come to one conclusion after hearing what Masuhana said earlier.
心身ともに健康であり交配可能な黄泉の女に自分たちの式の子を産ませる。
Blending 3. The mixture of colors in Yomi is far healthier than those on the surface, who suffer negative effects from inbreeding. Some men take advantage of this and attempt to blend with the women of Yomi to produce their offspring. Stop! I instinctively covered my ears.
恐ろしいくらい滑稽だろう。上では色相を破って通じるものを外しと呼んで蔑むくせにその裏では黄泉で子を産ませようなんて。だがそれくらい尊い方々は自分たちが背負う式に追い詰められているのさ。
I clenched my fist tightly on my lap. I couldn't conceal my frustration and sorrow. I have never heard of the Hazushi before.
俗称だね。人の道を外れたからとか恥ずべきことだからとか言われはいろいろあるようだけど。
Hazushi. What a horrible word. I somehow held back my frustration.
マスハナはね、以前はここで働いていたんだ。でもある日酔った客の部屋に連れ込まれた。
What?
幸い無事というか間に合ったんだけど、その男は僕にこう言った。 不出来な色の女だから何をしてもいいと。
Oh my god, this is fucking dark.
だから片腕一本へし折って手形を目の前で燃やしてやった。
A shiver ran down my spine. His smile was so cold yet so beautiful.
僕はね、この読みに住まうものを守ると決めている。それが地獄太夫と名乗る僕の役目だと信じているんだ。そうありたいだけかもしれないけどね。なぜ僕が悪人ではないと言い切れるの？
He wasn't joking back then. He could easily hurt others without hesitation. He would be unmerciful in protecting those important to him. I don't know who Yosuga is at all. I felt so pathetic that I lost all my strength. I should have known. The military and the Kotowari meant nothing down here where the exiled were sent. Justice without power meant nothing. This was the world he lived in now. I'm sure he doesn't want to return to the surface. Yosuga has already found a role to fulfill here in Yomi. I'm just getting in his way.
マスハナは君に知られたくないと思ったんだろう。だからああして逃げた。でも君は知りたかったはずだ。違う？
I did.
そして真実を知っても彼女を蔑みはしないだろう。
Of course I wouldn't. I'd never do that. Yosuga's eyes narrowed with a satisfied look.
君は初めてこの読みに降りてきた時からそうだった。マスハナの神を褒め、この読みに生きる者を案じた。そんな君を僕は心から歓迎し、尊敬するよ。
Hearing that from him made me so happy. But I had to shake my head in response. I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. You've already found your place here, but I was selfishly trying to find a way to bring you back to the surface.
でも君が僕のために何かしようとしてくれたことはとても嬉しかったよ。
The cold smile from before was no longer there. He was back to the kind Yosuga I knew. You're simply amazing. He was far ahead of me in so many ways. I was overwhelmed by his firm sense of resolve.
すごくないんだよ。ちっともね。
Don't you go acting like Riku. His eyes clouded for a moment when...
ヨスガ様、お話中にすみません。向こうで客が酔って暴れ始めて。
すぐ行く。
He quickly stood up, then turned my way.
そんなわけで僕は行くけど、ゆっくり飲んでいて構わないからね。
Thank you very much. I'll take my time then.
それじゃあ、また。
Okay. Sorry, I thought that ellipsis wasn't enough. I let out a huge sigh the moment he left. I nervously looked around the room. It's no use. I don't want to admit it, but is he really the person I want to? No, but he's prohibited from mating. I mumbled to deny the hope that sprang up in my heart. but just being in his room made me feel warm. If you really want to take it a step further, lay on his bed. So, your place is in Yomi. With that, I encountered a new thought. Whew, excuse me. He wanted to protect the people of Yomi. In that case, I wanted to help him here too. But what use is it thinking about that? I need to look for a husband, and I have my deliveries to make. I don't have time to be helping him. I looked around the room again with my lukewarm tea at hand. He concocts medicine here and sleeps in this room.
美しいお嬢さん、恋の行方を占いませんか?
Could a love fortune possibly lead to this result? Of falling in love with the fortune teller himself? But
僕が取るよ。
I felt like dumping water on myself to cool down. Well, damn. That's like menopause type of warming. A certain image just crossed my mind. The image of him touching me. I never knew I was so indecent and lustful. Woo! The minx! This is so embarrassing. I don't think I can cool off even if I jumped into a whirlpool. A girl, again with this jumping into a whirlpool, wouldn't that kill you? The sensation of his finger brushing against my lip returned. What on earth is happening to me? I never once thought of someone like this. Really, what is going on? Maybe being in this room is somehow making me think strange things. I finished the remaining tea in my cup and quickly made my way out of the room. I can talk, y'all, I promise. I sighed repeatedly as I leaned against the moon dial. Maybe it would have been better if I didn't know how I felt. Maybe what I'm feeling now isn't love. Considering his mission, it would be best if if it wasn't love after all. It makes no sense to fall in love with a man I couldn't take as my husband. My mission is to find a husband and bear children to preserve the white bloodline. I am responsible for the next generation of white blood. I knew that I knew that was what I needed to do. But the words sounded so empty to me now. That's the sleep drunk talking. It makes my future husband sound like someone of lesser importance.
お前の尊厳なぞどうなろうと私は構わぬが、白の処刑という最悪の事態だけは避けねばならん。
No, I'm probably of lesser importance too.
オランピア様。
Suddenly, I noticed Masuhana standing in front of me.
先ほどは申し訳ありませんでした。
Oh no, it didn't bother. I suddenly stopped. I wondered for a moment whether I should tell her the truth or not. I heard about what happened from Yosuga.
大丈夫です。おそらくヨスガ様の口から話されるだろうと思っておりましたから。
Okay, if you're cool about it, then yeah. Masuhana looked up at Yomi's sky and gave a weak smile.
もうかなり前からそんなことが行われていたようです。ただ 以前は女に拒む権利はなかったと聞きます。それを変えてくださったのがヨスガ様なのです。
Really?
どういった取り決めなのか私たちは詳しいことは存じません。ただその無理やりということは禁止されました。先ほどの男が承諾書と言っていましたでしょ。それがなければ同意とはみなされず拒めるのです。
Birth agreement, a document implemented and enforced by Yosuga that must be signed by men from the surface and women from Yomi to indicate mutual consent to mate. The crime is often overlooked as it is to the upper class's benefit. Just hearing this is making my stomach churn. And yet this is the truth of what happens on this island.
ですから黄泉の女たちはみんなヨスガ様に感謝しております。
I see.
本当にお恥ずかしいところを。
Don't say that. I held her shoulders firmly. That no good scoundrel who tried to force you is the one who should be embarrassed. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
はい。
Masuhana nodded when suddenly...
マスハナ、あの聖のお方の申し出をまた断ったそうだね。
The hell is this, a woman?
勝山様。
Grandma Sticks! I held my breath as I turned toward the source of the dry voice. So this must be Grandma Sticks. Her hair was so faded that it was hard to tell what color it used to be. Her black kimono made her appear even more severe and eerie than she already was.
なぜそう聞き分けがないんだい。せっかく健康な体があるんだ。赤ん坊の一人や二人産んでやればいいだろう。それで美しい色の子が生まれれば、私にもお前にも報奨金が入るんだよ。
She's suggesting it so that she can make money?
ですが無理です。
まったく、黄泉の女がそんなわがままが言える立場だと思っているのかい？地獄の小僧なんぞのところで働くから妙な知恵がつくんだよ。
Hellish kid. What are you talking about? Unable to listen any further, I moved in front of Matsuhana to protect her. I must ask that you refrain from saying such things to her.
天女島の女のくせに小賢しいことを言うんじゃないよ。
Bitch! Who you calling to run? Her merciless scorn robbed me of my voice. I was used to hearing people talk behind my back before, but this was the first time I ever experienced it said straight to my face.
聞いてるよ。あんたは最後の白なんだろう。こんなところで油を売っていないで、早く男とつがって子をたくさん産むんだよ。
Hold on, y'all. I think my sleep drunk really got to me. Let me see if I skip the line. Oh, okay. No, I didn't. Okay. Sleep drunk's really getting to me now. Bitch, don't worry about me having babies.
勝山様。
Luckily for me, the things I've heard from Doma growing up were worse than this by tenfold. The venom she excreted only fed my determination to go on. I could do so without being told.
オランピア様。
I understand my role. But I will not have children until I choose a suitable husband.
天女島の女は白しか産めないと聞くがね。だったら何色の男を相手にしても変わらないだろう。
If that's true, that sucks. That sucks so much. Because, I don't know. I would hope that she could give birth to like other children too. I refuse to back off. Her words made my blood boil in anger. It is true that we are only able to bear children of the white. Ah, boo. But the person we choose as our mate does make a difference. My parents chose each other for love. And I will choose someone for love as well.
小娘の世まいごとだよ。
This old hag, oh my god. With that, she walked away, showing no interest in what I said. Oh my god, the music could just die now.
オランピア様。
I'm fine, Matsuhana. I'm sorry about that.
いえ。でも。
What? She's scary, alright, but I won't let myself lose to her. Matsuhana's eyes widened. Matsuhana, can you tell me something? Do the women of Yomi marry when they're 18 too?
いえ。ここでは上のように厳しくは言われません。不出来な色ですから婚姻に決まりは。
A thought came to mind. Once married, the men on the surface probably couldn't force their wives to bear children. If so, targeting the unmarried women down here was actually more convenient for them.
マスハナはね、以前はここで働いていたんだ。でもある日、酔った客の部屋に連れ込まれた。
Matsuhana, I'll say it again. You have the right to refuse. If you don't want to sign the agreement, don't. There's no reason for you to comply with someone else's demands. It was definitely a problem that the people on the surface found it difficult to have children. But that was no reason for them to come down here and ravish the women of Yomi. I know doing things differently and taking a stand can be scary. It took me 13 years to decide to go outside. Well, it was more that I was dragged out. Don't be afraid. Protect yourself first and foremost. Her eyes grew even wider. But Byakuya spitting truth. I like Yomi, which is why I want you and everyone down here to be happy. I couldn't believe what I just said. I had no power myself, yet I keep saying things that were beyond my control.
あなた様という方は本当に。
You have the right to say whatever you want. Matsuhana sobbed quietly. Her hair was the color of the ocean on a rainy day.
オランピア様がこの読みに来てくださってよかった。まるで誠の日の光が差し込んだようです。
I almost told her that it was a bit too much it was too much to say so. But her eyes on me were dead serious.
私はあなた様と出会えてよかった。今心の底からそう思います。
I'm glad too. I hope we can have a long-lasting friendship. She bowed to me, then slowly walked away. I wouldn't have known what was happening in Yomi if Akaza and Kuroba hadn't brought me here. Which is why I needed to think seriously about what I could do for Yomi. Yes, I'm an outsider here. But that doesn't mean I should just turn a blind eye to the things happening here.
僕はね、この読みに住まうものを守ると決めている。
Yosuga, I want to do something for Yomi too. The image of him in my mind made me feel braver and more timid at the same time. I'm in trouble. I don't think I can even look him in the eye tomorrow. I fixed the cap on top of my head, then hurriedly left Yomi with my cheeks prickling again. Well, Byakuya better get going, as do we, folks. So that was the end of the chapter. Thank you all for watching. I believe this is Sunday's video, so yeah. Fun fact, y'all. I will be starting to work on Sundays, so we're gonna have to do a premiere weekend readjustment. So like when I get off work, that's when I'll do my Sunday premiere weekend. But this will be for next Sunday, I believe, which I work the early shift, so look for it sometime in the afternoon. And folks, like I said, that's gonna do it. Y'all, the sleep drunk is real. I feel like I'm gonna be pulled into sleep any second now, so let's just go ahead and close out. I want to thank you all for watching. Really appreciate you stopping on by. Yeah, I know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and